with Les Brown, right? Oh my god. So it's on dreams and goals, right? So the first thing he said was like, they say when people are on their deathbed, they usually want their families near them or people, whatever, their loved ones are around them. But he said, imagine that your dreams and goals were the ones that came to you on your deathbed, right? And said, we came to you and only you could have given us life. And now we must die with you forever. When I heard that, I was like, wow. Like, they say like the cemetery is the place that you can go that's filled with dreams and goals that were never accomplished. So I was like, wow, like that was deep. Another thing was oh my god, allergies, yeah. So another thing was a lot of people use I would, but it is from but, would've, could've, should've, one day I'm gonna. All of those all relate together. They're all like the same thing. Like they say, choose your words wisely. When you say maybe, when you say I'll try, when you say let's see, when you say anything in that nature, you're already giving yourself the, if you fail, it's okay because you tried. You could have, you would have. Watching your vocabulary, what you say is definitely like major how it plays a role in your life. Like when you say, I'm gonna do this, I will do this, I must do this, I can do this, it changes how you do this. It changes a whole bunch of things. It changes your actions on what you actually want to accomplish. And I learned that as I went. I didn't always know that because I used to be one like, oh, maybe, or let's see. But no, I'm going to be successful. I'm going to reach my goals. Like saying it that way changes the way everything works. I promise. What else? They say a lot of people are sleepwalking through life, which is so true. Like you're just on autopilot. This here when they say you're miserable at your job, which a lot of people are, like granted, bills have to be paid, but bills are always gonna have to be paid. When people say, oh my God, excuse me. They say, but is a dream killer. Because every time you ask somebody something, they be like, I was going to, but I want to, but comes with a bunch of excuses, right? So once you start hearing but, you already know there's going to be something behind that. But is an argument for our limitations. So procrastinate. So but comes with procrastination, hide out behind fears and come up with excuses. And it also gives you reason to act out on your dream. And the other thing was, so it leads up to, basically the whole thing is, I worked for corporate America since I was 13 years old, from summer youth, every single year of my life until last year. That I never shared this because it was like one of those things that I'm like, I don't know, but you know what? I'm not ashamed of it. I worked at a phone company, and when I moved to Florida, I worked for a phone company for 7 years, two different phone companies. And at the last year, I've played the position of manager. I played the position of supervisor. I played the position of employee. Like I've been through all the roles that you can play in the phone world besides a district manager. And that I probably didn't do because I don't drive. Unfortunately, surprise, y'all. Christine needs to learn how to drive. And not so much learn how to drive, but stop being scared of the road. But anyway, that's for another day. So I was being offered a manager position. I got the district managers came in, the owners came in. I kindly declined. I got emails about it like, hey, think about it. I kindly declined. They said, all right, we won't give you the title, we'll give you the money. I still declined because I know what it is to be in those situations. Like, if just like in any position as a manager, they want you to bring the store up. They want you to make it better. But if it doesn't, guess who's to blame? For a store that was already kind of like not going anywhere for the last few years, it hasn't been going anywhere. So I kindly declined a whole bunch of times. So that led it to me being terminated. When I tell you, It was like, what? People don't break up with me. I break up with you. And I don't mean like relationship. I just mean in general. Like, I always would leave the place. But you know what? When they did that, all I said was, thank you. Honestly, I'm like, because I'm always the type of person that I'm like, oh my God, I'm so concerned and so worried. Like, what if I leave? What are they going to do? Who are they going to, who's going to take my spot here? I don't want them to leave them with all this responsibility. But it's not my place of employment. It's not my business. Like, I always would worry about other people, and I would not level up because I was worried about wherever I was at, the situation. But trust and believe, everybody's replaceable. No matter what. You leave, your position is up and going. So that's why I said, like, work harder on yourself than you do your job. And that was from Jim Rohn. And once I heard that, I was like, word. So when they did that, they came in, they gave me a letter that, they came up with some excuse, but they were like, we know that your heart's not here, because they know that's when I was more and more into growing my business, into being like owning a business for myself. And if I can run somebody else's business, why can't I run it for myself, right? So I basically, they wish me the best of luck in my business to grow, because they know that's what I was going for. What I said was I thanked them, and I told them thank you for pushing me off the cliff, because there was I've mentioned it before, a Steve Harvey quote that he says, stop being those people that are looking over the cliff, looking at everybody else jump, wondering what's happening to those people that actually jump, taking that leap of faith, meaning, So I said, thank you for pushing me over the cliff, because I needed that. I was just kept wondering, like, oh, if I was to leave, what would happen? So I left, right? And like I said, your parachute is going to open. But if you don't jump, it's never going to open. Just know it's not going to open right away, but it will open. You have to have that faith and belief in yourself and in God, or whoever it is that you believe in, that you're going to be successful. And the first year for me has been kind of like rough, because, well, you don't build a business overnight. You don't build your team overnight. But if you continue to work on yourself every night, work on your business every night, you will get successful at some point. So that comes from, there's no such thing as job security. That's where that comes in. There is no such thing, because at any minute, if someone feels the need to get rid of you, you're gone. And then what you're going to do? You're going to pit and powder about the whole thing. But this is where, if you build your own business, whether it is the house cleaning, whether it is that you want to do Herbalife, whether it is that you want to run a daycare, where you want to open up a park, whatever it is that you want to do, just go for it, because that, not that any business, it's not going to not fail, but you're in control of a lot of it. What else? So yeah, basically active. I write so fast that I sometimes don't understand what I'm writing. Active force. So it says, in your own lives, be in charge of your own destiny. Truly live our dream. So let me see here. Okay, so when people say, I'm going to live my life one day when things get right, when I pay all my bills, when I get all my bills paid. Are your bills ever always all going to be paid? Are you ever going to have a month of no bills? No. You use a service, you get charged. You use the light, like clockwork, the light bill's coming next month. You have a cell phone bill's coming next month. You're never going to catch up to your bills. So if you continue to use the excuse that you don't want to start something, you don't want to try something because you haven't paid your bills yet, or you're not caught up with all your bills, you're never going to be caught up with your bills. You're going to pay them every single month, like you do every single time. The other one was, when I get my feet on the ground is when I'll start being happy, or I'll start living life, or whatever the case is. So he had made a joke. So he says, when you get on your feet, so what have you been walking on this whole time? I found that to be hilarious, because we like second guess ourselves so much. Like, yes, granted, things are scary, but like I said, fear is false evidence appearing real. And success is on the other side of fear. Like I said, you ever done something, you've been like, oh, that wasn't that bad. Like, damn, I could have done this. Things like that. Like, you just have to do it. Like, and I speak for myself, because there's times that I'm like, I second guess myself. But when I actually do it, I'm like, girl, you could have been done this, What else? So it says there will always be something to keep you where you are. There's always some fear. It says I don't have the education. I don't have the money. So basically, if other people can do it, why can't you? Why don't you challenge yourself? You know? So most of us go through life pretending we are happy. We are pretending everything is okay. Right? So many of us, how many of us can agree to that, right? We're just like, oh, I'm good. I'm fine. Those are the kind of answers that you get. So it says, oh, and then it says you're also pretending that you don't have special goals that you desire. Like, it's in there. Like I said, there you have to have them throw up moments. Like, I know everybody has some kind of a goal, some kind of a dream that they want to do so bad, and they're so scared of doing it because they're scared to fail. You have to fail in order to succeed. Like, there's a difference where it comes up here somewhere. There's a difference between failing and being a failure. Failing means you've tried. A failure means that you didn't even attempt to do nothing. What else? Oh, the other one says pretend, like pretending. So it says people can pretend to do something, but people also pretend, like, for instance, they pretend they want to lose weight. Be like, oh yeah, I want to lose weight so bad. But then you ask them, what do they do to try to do it? Like, what are they doing to reach that goal? They're not doing anything. Like, it's like, oh, I have wanted to sign up for the gym, or I was watching this, or like, it's always like an excuse. So it's like pretending to want to do something, but they're not really doing anything. So it's just no action, just talk. So you got to watch people's actions so you know what they're really about. Okay, good. I don't want to go over a certain amount of time. Says if you want to do something, just take it head on. That's the only way to do it. So it says do what you can with what you can, where you are, and never be satisfied. Always know you can do more so you can enjoy more and deserve more. And because you deserve more. People go through life quietly and safely. It gets you nowhere. It really doesn't. Let's see. Stop using tomorrow, because tomorrow there's no guaranteed. You're here today, you probably won't be here tomorrow. Like, you want to do something, just go for it. Like, literally go for it. This opportunity here, I'm not gonna say just landed on my lap, but it somewhat just landed on my lap. I had lost the weight that I lost. Not only physically, I was feeling better. Mentally, I started feeling better. Emotionally, I started feeling better. That it was presented to me that, hey, why don't you make a business out of this? You're getting results. You're feeling great. People are asking you what you're doing. Why not make a business? So, like I mentioned before in my video, when someone offers you an opportunity and you don't know how to do it, just say yes and learn as you go. And I've never, ever, literally, like when they say you bleed green, like I bleed green. Like Herbalife is everything for me because, like I said, it was more than just the nutrition. It was more than just the products, but it's the person that it brought out of me that was sitting in here waiting like, hey girl, I'm in here. It brought that person out. My God. So it says good. So this was funny too. Good things, like that saying, good things come to those who wait, but only the things that left over by those who hustled. Hello, you got to be up in there to get the first things first, because if not, you get whatever's left over. And I'm like, that is so true. Decide to do it now. Get your feet wet. Volunteer in whatever it is that you want to do. So let's say you want to do hair. Maybe go to like a hair salon and volunteer. They're like, hey, can I start off by washing hair? If it is that you want to be a teacher or you want to run whatever, go volunteer at a school. If you want to network with people, start going to different places. You don't have to get paid for everything you do. They said when you are doing for the people is when you start getting more for yourself. It's not only doing just for you, but when you start helping other people in different things is when you start to grow, in life and in general. What else? I'm almost done. No, I did that like this. Oh, I got one more page. All right. So people say I've tried it once or two times. They tried it once or two times, then what? Then people give up, right? So people use as an excuse to never try again. It says, why do people